Did you know that one of your great 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 and about 12,000 greats later grandmother looked something like this? Beautiful, isn't she? And your great 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 multiplied by around 160,000 greats grandfather looked something like this. What a handsome guy. I think I get my eyes from him. In fact, through evolution, our family tree has people on there of all kinds of different shapes and sizes. Like, check out these for example. All kinds of variety. Yeah, admittedly, some are prettier than others. But wait a second, if we once took on the form of plants and fish and reptiles and mammals, then does that mean that we're somewhat related to all of those animals out in the world today? Now, before we answer that question, let's first ask about humans. How related are we to the average human that we might encounter out in public today? According to population science, a random person who grew up with you in your hometown is probably somewhere between being your fourth and eighth cousin. And this is partly why populations who grow in a region tend to look similar to each other, and why people who are from different regions of the world look different from each other. But if we go back even further, science estimates that we all share the same human ancestor from roughly 200,000 years ago. So in a sense, that would make us all very distant cousins. So you better be nice to that random person that you might pass in the street because technically they are family. And by that same logic, you and I are family as well. And although we may not know each other personally, we do share the intimate experience of knowing what it's like to be a human. Okay, so we just established that the human genome can be traced back to a common ancestor roughly 200,000 years ago, which determines that we are all part of one big human family. But what if we could trace this DNA back even further? Back to a time before we were human. Looking back on our evolutionary tree, we can see that we've experienced what it's like to be many other life forms before finding ourselves in these human bodies. Here are some examples of our past lives now. But how far back can we really go? And what might this reveal to us about the life that surrounds us? Well, we can actually trace our ancestry back all the way to the very first organism that lived here on Earth, roughly 4 billion years ago. This is a picture of the first living being on Earth. Scientists have named it Luca, which stands for Last Universal Common Ancestor. And it's from this little guy that all life spawned from, that being the grass at your feet to the birds high in the sky. And just as the events of each day, from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you go to bed at night, represents but a single page in the novel of your life, so too does your entire life represent but a single page in the grand novel of all life here on Earth. If you'd like to learn a little more about how our story as life forms here on Earth first got started, check out this video where I talk about Luca and how all life on Earth may have alien origins in outer space. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this concept. Does it make you feel more connected to the world around you? I know for me, it makes me feel like I'm a part of a big family of life forms here on Earth, not just as humans, but also being surrounded by plants and animals and knowing that we all come from the same source. Anyways, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.